This is the Voice of the Worker, bringing you the news for October 27th, 2025. This news is current as of 2000 Pacific Daylight Time, 2300 Eastern Daylight Time, 0300 British Summer Time, 0600 Moscow Standard Time, and 1100 China Standard Time. Two U.S. Navy aircraft have crashed in the South China Sea during military exercises. The incidents involved an MH-60R Seahawk helicopter and an FA-18F Super Hornet fighter jet, both from the aircraft carrier, the USS Nimitz. All crew members were rescued with no serious injuries being reported. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Jiakun said China has noted the reports and is willing to provide necessary humanitarian assistance if requested by the United States. Hua added that frequent U.S. military activities in the region have been the root cause of recent maritime security issues, and they undermine regional stability. The U.S. Pacific Fleet stated, quote, on October 26, 2025, at approximately 2:45 p.m. local time, a U.S. Navy MH-60R Seahawk helicopter assigned to Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron 73 went down during routine operations from the USS Nimitz. All three crew members were safely recovered. Separately, at 3:15 p.m., an FA-18F Super Hornet from Strike Fighter Squadron 22 also went down. Both crew members ejected and were recovered. All personnel are safe and in stable condition. The cause of both incidents is currently under investigation. U.S. President Donald Trump, speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One on October 27th, described the crashes as unusual and suggested they could be due to, quote-unquote, bad fuel, adding that the cause would likely be known soon. Now we return our attention to the fourth plenary session of the 20th Communist Party of China Central Committee, who adopted the recommendations for formulating the 15th Five-Year Plan for Economic and Social Development. This plan will help guide the People's Republic of China between the years 2026 and 2030. The plan prioritizes sci-tech self-reliance, breakthroughs in core technologies, and the development of new, quality productive forces amid global competition. Speaking about the recommendations at a press briefing, Minister of Science and Technology Yin Hujun outlined four key objectives: strengthening original innovation, integrating scientific and industrial advances, coordinating education on a national level, and stressed the importance of accelerating AI development and computing power. China's 2024 research and development spending exceeded 3.6 trillion yuan, up 48% from 2020, with its innovation ranking rising from 14th to 10th globally. The plan positions 2026 to 2030 as key to building a sci-tech powerhouse by 2035. China and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations signed the Free Trade Area 3.0 Upgrade Protocol in Malaysia. This upgrade builds on the original China-ASEAN FTA established in 2010, which covers a population of over 2 billion and aims to deepen trade and economic ties between China and the 10 ASEAN member states. Specific details on the new provisions are expected soon. Foreign Minister to the Russian Federation Sergei Lavrov stated in an interview today that Moscow recognizes Ukraine's independence, but rejects its current government as a quote-unquote bluntly Nazi regime. Lavrov said the Russian Federation based its recognition on Ukraine's Declaration of Independence and Constitution, which defined the country as non-nuclear, neutral, non-bloc affiliated, and guaranteeing rights for all national minorities. Foreign Minister Lavrov accused the post-2014 Maidan coup regime of showing, quote-unquote, open contempt for anything Russian, including history, media, culture, religion, education, and language. Lavrov noted Ukraine revoked the Russian language's official status, making it the only country to ban a United Nations language, and relegated Russian speakers in regions like Donetsk and Luhansk to, quote-unquote, second-sort people. One of Russia's goals in the conflict is to save people from the Nazi regime, people who have always been part of the Russian culture, according to Minister Lavrov. Lavrov urged Western backers to demand Ukraine restore minority rights before questioning Russia's actions. He described the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, Kherson, Zaporozhye, and Crimea as historic Russian territories, and called for a lasting settlement addressing the root causes, like the extermination of everything Russian, rather than temporary pauses. In our final story of the day, the United States and Japan have signed an agreement to cooperate in producing and supplying critical and rare earth minerals. The deal, inked during U.S. President Donald Trump's visit to Tokyo, aims to advance joint projects for domestic industries and advanced technologies, while diversifying global markets amid China's tightened export controls on rare earth minerals. The pact was signed by Trump and Japan's new Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, who took office last week. Trump called Japan a quote-unquote ally at the strongest level, and praised the new prime minister as one of the greatest prime ministers. Japan described the U.S.-Japan ties as the greatest alliance in the world and pledged to strengthen them further. This follows similar U.S. deals with Ukraine and Australia to counter China's dominance in critical mineral markets. Thank you all for tuning in to today's broadcast, and revolutionary greetings from the Voice of the Worker.
Come all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell, of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? My daddy was a miner and I'm a miner's son, and I'll stick with the Union till every battle's won. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab or will you be a man?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Don't scab for the bosses, don't listen to their lies. Us poor folks haven't got a chance unless we organize.
Which side are you on? Which side